So apparently the new Detroit Become Human gameplay trailer from the Paris Games Week show is causing a bit of controversy. Let's talk about it right here on The Dose, episode 141. All right, so I'm going to be brief on this topic, guys, because I really think this is a non-story. We see a lot of this with gaming journalists and these media outlets. They have nothing to talk about, so they just talk about something. That's my opinion. If you haven't seen this trailer, I'll link it below, and you guys can check it out. You guys know the previous trailer we saw was the hostage negotiation situation, right? That's kind of old news by now, but there was a new one released at the Paris Games Week show, and it's about the Kara character. The one, that's the one that came out way back in the day, that CGI trailer where she's being built and then they take her apart. That one, she's actually in this one, and we've all kind of been wondering what her role was going to be in this game. So she's in this trailer, and she's kind of like a nanny, if you will, and she's babysitting this little girl. There's also a father in the house. There's no wife, and there's some issues with the family between the father and the daughter. Some abuse issues, right? He beats her. He verbally abuses her, and that's kind of the premise of the trailer, right? Is that Kara is kind of having to choose whether she's going to step in or not. And that's where all the controversy is coming in, right? Because there is a portion of this trailer where the father takes the girl upstairs, or I'm sorry, he sends her upstairs, and then he follows her with his belt. And of course, then you hear screams. It doesn't show anything. You hear screams coming from, they do like a shot where they're on the outside of the house, it's raining, and you can hear faint screams of the little girl. Obviously, the father is beating her. And that sort of thing. And a lot of people are saying it's too far, like games have went too far with this, and I don't think so. I don't think it's gone too far. I think that as gamers, we can choose the games that we want to play, just like with movies. There's a lot of movies out there, guys, that push the envelope, and we choose to watch those or not. And that's kind of the beauty of this game, is that you can make choices, right? And there's even a portion of the trailer where it pans back and it shows like all the different choices you can make. And I'm sure there's going to be a way that you can stop that beating, right? So I don't know, player choice, games, I think it comes down to what we want to experience and what we don't want to experience. You know what I mean? I don't think it's the developer's job to, I guess, dumb down, for a lack of a better term, their game just because they feel like it's going to be controversial. Does that make sense? Like, they should make the game they want to make, and then that be it. We can decide whether we want to play it or experience it or go deep into some of these controversial topics or not. And that's it. I mean, it's just like we talked about the other day, man. These are non-stories. It's almost like these people have nothing else to talk about. You know what I mean? And they go, hey, let's talk about this particular trailer and let's cause some controversy. And they want to get clicks and views and all this kind of stuff. And it's a non-story. And we see this a lot out of gaming media outlets now, guys. I've seen a lot of it this year. Maybe that's because I've been paying more attention to it. You guys know when I first started this channel and I was doing The Dose every single day, I was all the time up in the news articles and checking things out, and that went away for a long time. And this year I've really been spending time reading more of these articles, and it's like, dude, there's so many non-stories out there. Seriously. And I know that there are real people. Obviously, this game right here deals with fake people, robots, and then obviously the characters in the game, they're fake. Like, it's just to get you to experience a feeling. But we have to recognize that it's a video game. Movies are movies. Movies are not real. Games are not real. And I know that there's some people, there's many people in the world who's experienced abuse, right? The same that this little girl is experiencing in this game. And if that is a touchy subject for you, then you shouldn't play this game. Like, that's really what it boils down to, right? If there's a movie out there that comes out and you know it's going to have some sensitive topics that bring up things from your past or your childhood or whatever, you simply should not watch those things. You have the power to choose what you bring into your life, whether it be through media or food or anything, right? Exercise, everything you control. At the end of the day, it's up to you to like filter everything out. And I think it's no different with this video game. So I really honestly don't see, well, I mean, I do see the controversy in the fact that it is bringing on some deep emotions in the game, but I don't see why it has to be as big of a deal as it is. I've already read on some forums where people are like, I'm not going to play this game, and child abuse, and they've taken the violence in the game too far. And I was actually reading on some other forums yesterday because we were talking about the Last of Us Part 2, and people were saying that game had taken the violence too far in the trailer. And I was like, really? Because I remember in the first game, Joel breaking that dude's shoulder, you guys, over that arm. Remember that? It was probably in the first hour of the game. There was a lot of crazy stuff. That interrogation scene between Joel and that guy. I mean, there was a lot of dark stuff in that game, and it seems like everybody was cool with it. And then the trailer comes out, and it's kind of got the same vibe, and then people are upset. I'm still trying to figure that part out. So I don't know. I'm all for games exploring the various emotions and dealing with sensitive topics. And like I said, if there's ever a topic that I find is too sensitive for even myself, I simply put the controller down, man, and move on to the next one. It's a non-story in my opinion. You guys let me know what you think about it in the comments below. I'll see you guys right back here tomorrow. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, all I ask is that you consider supporting my work over on Patreon. Currently, I don't run any ads on my videos, so the only way that I can earn any revenue on this platform is through crowdfunding. So any help you can throw my way would be greatly appreciated. For more information, you can click the box on the left-hand side of the screen, or to be the first link in the description below. Thank you.